And sometimes I do make mistakes, and I made a mistake when I was bucking that tree just now. All right, guys, first stop of the day is pick up Dad. Here he comes with his coffee. It looks like he packed his lunch. I didn't bring nothing. Hopefully he brought something good for us. You bring me anything to eat?
Right in the bag there, buddy.
All right,
You're
we're good. You got coffee?
I got coffee too.
All right, we're good to go.
Well prepared.
So welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. We're over in Scott County, Virginia, over in a small community called Midway. We actually started this project in the previous video. If you didn't see that, go back and watch that so you'll understand why we're here. And today, guys, we got the log splitter with us. Dad's up there running that right now, and I'm gonna start working on these trees right here behind me, and they are a mess. Let me show you. All right, guys, so the trees that we worked on yesterday, they were pretty easy to get to. These right here are a different story. We got a tangled mess on our hands. Most of it is red oak. I do have a poplar right over there, but it's really not in this mess. The canopy is, but the logs are not. Right here we have 3 different trees that came down. They were uprooted, and they kind of fell on top of each other. This one on the bottom is an oak, but it's rotted. It was probably dead standing. Judging by the wood fibers right there, it looks pretty punky. This will probably be firewood or take it straight to the burn pile. Right above it, we got a nice red oak with a lot of saw logs in it. Diameter looks like about 20 inches or so. It is also uprooted somewhere down there in that mess. And over here, on this side, is another red oak. And it's more of the same. It's been uprooted way down there somewhere. I can't even tell from here. But there's a lot of logs in this tree right here, guys. These are pretty good size. It's kind of an oval shape though. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me get up here. So you can see it's kind of an oval shaped tree. Kind of different right there. But we'll get something out of it, and there's a lot of logs in that. Now, as you can see, it's a tangled mess down there. It's pretty dangerous. We want to be careful today. So before we get the 500i and start making some sense of this mess right here, I'm going to head up to the log splitter and get Dad going on that. And then we'll come back down here with the 500i and start cutting this stuff up. All right, guys, I think we got some helpers today. If you're curious what kind of cows these are, they're Black Angus. I also just noticed something else. I keep on looking up to make sure there's nothing over my head that's dangerous. It looks like I found it. The top of that white oak has been broken. I'm sure that happened when this red oak right here came down. I'll have to talk to the landowners and see if they want that white oak to be taken down as well. I probably would. It may heal over up there and it may not. It looks pretty bad down here at the bottom. So we may have to drop it before we get done over here. We'll have to wait and see on that. I'll let you guys know what happens. All right, guys, on this channel, I try to keep it real, and if I make a mistake, I'll show it to you. And I just made one. I was bucking this log, and I don't know if it came in the footage or not, if you guys saw what happened, but the barber chaired on me just a little and started to split. And I'm not sure what I did wrong right here. I did something wrong. I did my bore cut like I usually do when something's got tension like this. But when I was doing my bore cut in the middle of the tree, if you're not familiar with that, that's when you take your bar and go directly into the side of the log. You don't start on the top, you just bore right through it. Hence why they call it a bore cut. So I made my bore cut and I got through it and I started going down. And maybe I didn't go fast enough because the wood let loose on top that was still holding this log in the air, and it started splitting upward and downward. Now this isn't a total failure. I'll have to trim this off on both ends and that will go to the firewood pile, and we'll still get a lot of logs out of this tree, but I wish that didn't happen. For you guys out there that cut more trees than I do, which might be most of you, I don't do a lot of this anymore. I used to do it all the time, but I've not done this in a few years. Maybe you'll let me know what I did wrong here. All right, look over the shadow here, guys. The sun is going down. So right here is where the bar went into the cut. You can see those patterns right there. I bored in, I went straight down. Everything was going good. I left some hinge wood up here at the top. What I was hoping to do was bore all the way down and then come back at the very end and cut this top right here and release it. But that didn't happen. For some reason, as I was cutting down, it started to split right there. And once it starts splitting with oak, it's not going to stop. So your best bet is to run and get out of the way, which is what I did. Then I came back in here after it split, and I finished this cut right here. And I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have come in here on my first initial cut and removed this wood right here. I came down a few inches right here, not all the way down. If I'd left that intact and just bored in and went down, probably would have been okay. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes you can do everything right on a tree and stuff like this still happens. It still happens. All right, so now that that's over with, we can get on to cutting this down to size. And for you keyboard commandos, I have thick skin, so wire me out in the comments, give it your best shot. I really don't care. The main thing is I'm safe. The tree's on the ground now. I can do a little bit more with it, not have to worry about all this tension. And we start cutting this up for firewood and saw logs. So let's get back to it. So I got that tree cut up that we split, or that I split. You guys didn't split it, it was me. We got 3 saw logs out of it so far and some firewood right here at the top. And I made a mistake, and I showed it to you guys in the footage before I cut this up. Some of you guys may have picked up on it. When I was measuring off this log, I measured from the top. Never do that. I'm way out of practice here. I got done and I thought to myself, that's not the way to do it. You measure from the bottom where your best wood is. Because if you measure from the top, which I did the first time, which is the incorrect way to do it, you're left with the odd size at the very bottom. Well, the very bottom is the base of the tree where your best wood is at. The worst wood is toward the top. So I corrected myself off camera. I went back and measured from the bottom up. So don't do what I do. Don't split your log like I did today and measure from the bottom. Don't measure from the top. I'm way out of practice. I guess you guys can see that though. So we're about done for the day. I gotta take Bruno to a birthday party this evening. So I'm going to have to get out of Dodge sooner than later. Right here's the 3 logs that we got. We got one right there. Here's our second one. Here's our third one. Now the third one isn't too great. Let me show you the end grain right here. There's a lot of sapwood right there, about 2 inches around the sides. I may get some blocking out of this, nothing great, but it's worth putting on the sawmill. And up here at the top, got some firewood rounds as well. The next time we come, we'll cut those into firewood also. Now let me show you something down here at the bottom where I split this log and made the worst mistake of the day. And believe me, I'm pretty hard on myself, and stuff like this will bother me for a long time. I tell you, I hate doing stuff like this. So right there is where the split was. Right there's the waste at the bottom. I have a hard time looking at that, guys. I tell you what, I really hate to see that. But down here, look over my shadow. The sun's going down, can't do nothing about it. But down here on this lower end, that split stops about right there, friends, about right there. So from right there all the way down to the base of the tree, which you guys can't see, it's under that poplar right there. It goes down about 8 more foot. I should get 2 really nice 8-foot saw logs out of this, even though I split the top right there. So I wasted about an 8-foot log, if you measured it probably, between that and that. But the good news is, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. I went over the other side off camera and measured it. We'll get 2 8-foot logs out of this one. And this is the base of the tree, which means this is the best wood right here. So, good deal. And also, friends, this is day number 2 of running the 500i. And I tell you what, that thing is unreal. I had never ran a chainsaw that felt like that before. And I'm not just saying that because Steel is actually partnering with us on this job out here. That's the truth about it. That chainsaw, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Never seen nothing like it. And also in the last video, I had a comment about these glasses I'm wearing. These are actually not glasses, they're goggles, but there's a wire mesh in there. So it keeps debris out of your eyes, but it doesn't fog up on you. These are called Buds goggles, if I remember right. I've had these for 10 years. 10 years, got a lot of good use out of them. And when they're dirty, you just wash them under the my goodness, under the faucet, and you're good to go. Really good goggles right there. I got them on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below in the video description. I'll tell you what, a lot of you guys asked me in the last video about the measuring tape, about some of the stuff I was using as far as my wood cutting kit goes. I'll find that stuff on Amazon. I'm sure that's where I got it at. And I'll leave links down below if you want to go check it out. It'll save you the hassle of trying to find it. So I'll do that for you. You're welcome. Looks like Dad is in the truck, probably waiting on me. He's got the splitter ready to go. And check out this pile, guys. I tell you what, he split a lot of firewood today. And since we're downhill, as you can see, there's nothing level around here. We just used that one ramp right there instead of using both of them. I think that worked out pretty good. All right, guys, I guess I'm done for the day. I'm going to head home. And if I leave right now, see, it's almost 4. If I leave right now, I think I can get home and get changed and get Bruno to that birthday party and not be late. Hopefully, but if I'm late, you guys will hear about it later because he will let me have it. I tell you what, he hates being late for anything. It doesn't bother me so much nowadays because I'm self-employed, but he hates being late. My days of being on time for everything have ended a long time ago, and it sure is nice, I'll tell you that. So anyways, that's another story for a different time. I really appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. I'm kind of mixing it up a little bit since we're right here in the woods. Now, in tomorrow's video, which I don't know when you guys will see it, I'll be videoing tomorrow. We're gonna be sawmilling at the house. Because like I said earlier, we probably won't be back up here for about a week or so because of all the rain that's coming. So I'm gonna change it up a lot here the next few weeks. You're gonna see some farming stuff, a lot of sawmilling, a lot of firewood, and a lot of stuff going on up here. So a lot of variety on this channel for the next few months. Hope you guys enjoy these videos.